Hello, everybody. Krista Giamarco here, Psychic Soul Senses. So, I want to kind of explain consciousness today because that is where all this stuff is leading to, is raising your conscious level, raising your frequency level, and changing your vibration, which raises your natural body, your, emotional body, and your spiritual body, and your physical body. That's the word I was looking for. So, that is the goal, because not only does it make you smarter, you become more intelligent, but you also have a better awareness of yourself, your surroundings, and God, or your creator. However that is to you. There's no judgment here. In fact, I encourage you to leave your beliefs at the door before you watch this video or any of my videos. And have an open mind. If it doesn't fit with you, discard it. If it resonates with you, pass it on. Share it. I'm only doing what I was guided to do when I started awakening to God. And I had a profound experience when my husband died. I talk about that a lot because he's the one that gave me this information to begin with. And I've just confirmed it over, the past few years. That what I was given from a soul I could not see, somebody else has come up with the same thing. Actually, thousands of people, probably millions, have come up with the same thing. As a matter of fact, they have. And ancient texts, ancient books, I've gotten into all that stuff and come to find out what we've been taught is woohoo magic and not supposed to be recognized as religion is actually the true way to get to God. So I believe that we've been duped, and I think that we need to wake up and take our freedoms back in every aspect of our life. So, consciousness explained the best way that I can. It is a natural biological process for all human beings to have the ability to evolve and expand consciousness, which increases the levels of sentience. What is consciousness? Consciousness is energy, and energy is consciousness. They are both interchangeable. All energy is intelligent. Our soul is monadic, spiritual body, is consciousness, and therefore intelligent energy. Everything that has an energetic signature and is composed of the spectrum of frequency arranged in form-holding blueprints called metaphygenic fields or morphogenic fields. Consciousness is frequency. And this is true because our emotions emit a frequency. So, for instance, around 250 to 300 is going to be a negative frequency, and it's going to be like anger or guilt or shame. Those are the lower frequencies. You want to stay above, 500, because that's actually becoming more aware of yourself at a level. However, 700 is Christ consciousness. So your goal is to be at a happy, loving frequency as much as you can all the time, if not possible, So energy is consciousness, and it either contracts or expands to maintain or increase its frequency rate. The process of how fast or slow energy contracts back towards its center point Ooh, I just got a rush when I did that. So our center point is right here. Our energy flows out like this. It goes around and comes back up to the center point or back around. See? Whew. The process of how fast or slow the same energy expands away from the center point of the source field is the oscillation rate. The combination of both the pattern and vibration contraction and oscillation expansion speed is what determines the frequency rate of all energy things. As our personal collective planetary consciousness raises, the matter world, including our physical bodies, all becomes less dense and our frequencies increase. See, some people are having panic attacks real bad because of emotional splits or breaks or negative ties. Releasing all that, releasing drama, gossip, releasing all that raises your frequency, raises your vibration. Judgment lowers your vibration. So, conscious energy, the law of vibration, consists of interconnected, providing a distance vibrational pattern and is immediately transmitted and received with no concept of space or time when released into the universe. This is how you manifest, because if you get your frequency to that center point, right, and you're feeling balanced and love and joy, and that's when you send out your prayer or send out your request, but you imagine that you've already, keep that frequency. I've already received it because God said I could. And then it matches it and brings it back to you. Whether it be money, a job, family, whatever you're requesting in the frequency of love comes back to you. Same as whatever you're thinking in the frequency of negativity brings that situation back to you more. That's where possessions come in too, because if you're at a negative frequency, you're easily possessed, controlled, or manipulated. If the rate that vibration falls below or rises above a certain intensity, it becomes immeasurable or invisible to the basic human senses. This means it is beyond the capacity of the 5 basic senses, such as frequency rates outside of the visible light spectrum. There's an article out. I'll have to look it up. I'll look it up one day and read it to you guys about the IR rays that we emit from our fingers that in quantum physics can be used to program quantum computers. And we can't see that because we only see 2 points of our whole light spectrum. The first thing that is important to understand is that all that exists, whether seen or unseen, broken down into the simplest, most basic form of energy, which consists of a rate of vibration oscillation and then rate of frequency. So see, I think that people that are like, oh, I seen a ghost and I'm haunted and blah, blah, that actually probably is an energy that passed over from the other side, because I see that a lot. I have videos. I captured it outside. I need to post the one at the end of last summer. It was really cool. It come in from the top and did this swirl thing, and then it took off. And then I had another one that showed up, kind of did the same thing, and it made a face. Everybody that's seen that video said that's a face, but it was intelligent energy, and I caught it on night vision. I have a night vision camera. I just set it back up, so I will, since I've been doing these more, I'll find some good ones and post them. So developing consciousness in ascension study, which is what we are here on earth to do, is to ascend back to our Creator. When we say ascension, we are moving forward in terms of our developing consciousness. In actuality, what we are doing is connecting to our spiritual energetic intelligence and then integrating that intelligence by descending our divinity into the physical bodies. that is explained in a scientific term of accepting Christ in your body. That's what that is. So actually, the ascension is a descension of our spiritual energetic bodies, which is almost in reverse of what we actually think it means. We are ascending in our consciousness, but we are actually descending that intelligent energy, what could be descended as our, or described as our divinity, into the physical vehicle. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't the Bible say something about having to have a physical death to have the spiritual body live? And it's actually a physical death of the ego, because you actually kill the ego, in a sense. So our actual goal in ascension stages is to, with our intention and consent, to participate and connect with higher, more refined vibrating aspects of ourself. When this happened to me last year, I also seen I don't want everybody to make fun of me, because I already know I'm weird, but it was a alien, and I know it was, and it freaked me out, but she did something to me. I got sick after that, and I got better, though. I think she was healing me. It was weird. It was really weird. But I had never done none of this stuff. I only read tarot cards, that's it. So when this started happening, and I talked to my brother and my first husband when he died. But when my second husband died, when he came in, all this other information came in, and my body did stuff that, like my I was outside of myself, and it was weird. That's when I realized that something big is going on, and we're a part of it, and we better get on it, get to doing it, because it's more than reality seems to be breaking down. So when we think of our soul or our oversoul, these aspects of spiritual energetic identity, this is where the understanding of the cosmology of dimensions and dimensional frequency spectrum are brought into conscious awareness. When we understand the color wave spectrum of each dimension and the use of our chakras as a foundational model, that helps us to understand what the 7 primary chakra functions actually are. We're going to get into all that too. We can start with these 7 dimensions, as which there is a plane of reality that we as a soul intelligence exist upon, or have an aspect of our God self. We actually have an intelligence and an aspect of ourself in simultaneous time, and is existing on the particular plane of reality. So the ascension is literally a dimension or collecting of all those spiritual energetic fragments or other identities of our other selves, as we merge them into the moment of self that we are now sharing. It's interesting, isn't it? I got that in a download one time. I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that it was explaining to me that there was 7 other me's, and that each chakra that you open, not only do you find one of you, but you find the opposite of you too. And that's what they mean by the soul work, because you're merging your feminine and masculine energies together. So ascension is not just another spiritual concept. The term of ascension is used hand in hand with developing consciousness, understanding consciousness as an intelligent energy, participating with our soul evolution in the many tiers of awakening process, becoming soul-infused, benevolent, and compassionate personalities on earth. Ascension is also a literal, tangible, scientific process of the evolution of consciousness and biology within specific laws and energy mechanics that apply to the multidimensional reality system. And it makes sense because when they have like that James Webb telescope and they're taking pictures and they see a planet, but all you see is the outline of it, that's because our light spectrum and our chemical makeup is different on Earth. But what if that planet has a different chemical makeup and their species inhales diesel? And that's their oxygen. So we are different, and all the chemicals on Earth make everything Earth. Like even algae has energy that we can use, like electrical energy. Okay, so how you discipline the mind basically is you start meditating. And a lot of people will say, well, I can't concentrate to meditate. My brain moves too fast. You know what, guys? I just thought about a dream I had last night. I dreamed I was the Bachelorette. That's funny, I know. But I had all these guys that I could choose from and date and stuff. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. It's crazy how our dreams are crazy. But, so anyways, we gotta meditate. We gotta clear our mind. You have to clear your mind. What I like to do is imagine my mind as a blackboard. And if thoughts start coming in, I erase it and make it black again. And then I do that for a few breaths. Because if you focus on your breath in all the way, hold it, and then go. It automatically clears your mind. So you do that a few breaths, and the trick I like to do is stick the tongue to the roof of my mouth as I'm on the in, okay, and then the out breath. And it seems like it releases DMT. The reason why you hold it on the in is because it tickles those little hairs on your pineal gland and it releases. But you keep doing this because it raises your fluid up your spine. The 32 vertebrae, is that what it is? 32, 34. It's the year, however old Jesus was when he died, which I believe it was 32. Those are the steps, the rungs of the ladder. The water is what you're washed in. You got to be washed in the water to go through the gates of heaven. Pineal gland, it's like a cup. This cup is overflowed. There's symbols mean everything. We might get into symbols later, but so basically meditation. And if you want to open your root chakra, all you have to do is imagine. If you want to open any of your chakras, but I would really advise studying the chakra system first, which we will get into, and practicing that. Also, your love energy. Always start with replace one negative thought with 3 positive thoughts. That's how you can rewire your mind, rewire your thinking. Do that. A lot of that. And try to... I can't think of anything else. Oh, the red vortex. Imagine yourself, if you want to start opening your chakras, imagine yourself as a seed in the ground and that you're being watered. And as you're being watered, the seed starts growing and developing and then coming up from the dirt. Do that as much as you can, because that will start to open your red chakra. Red, imagine red, spinning vortex. Imagine it in the back of your spine, lower spine. Alright, guys. That's about it for today. I wanted to get that in there. I do have another video I'll be putting out a little bit later on, but I think this is enough for now, guys. I'm antsy. I drank too much coffee. I'm jittery. I'm going to get off here. You guys have a good day. Thank you for watching.